Good morning, everybody. Mike Vaki, Princetontrader.com here for ntmarkets.com with your Monday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, daily chart of the ES, and what did I say on Friday morning? That despite this big red candle, the new highs and price rejection, that the bears had not done enough. They hadn't done enough. It was not good enough. They left it here at the middle band. So we had a reaction lower off of jobs, and then there was a moment in time where we began to pull back a little bit, and it stuck right at 44 where the middle band was, and it never looked back. So, I'll say to you guys what I said to my subscribers last night. That's, on shorter time frames, that's as close to a V bottom as you get. And now you're seeing some follow through overnight. And there's literally nothing about that chart that says to me that we're going down. Where's that chart say we're going down? And that's, this is what a lot of people struggle with, because people will say, well, we need a pullback. You just got to pull back. That's done. We just did that. What you were looking for was a major retracement, which the bears had on the table Friday morning when we pushed lower off of jobs, but they couldn't follow through. So, and as soon as they couldn't follow through, and as soon as we got above the middle band and things began to look like it was safe to get in the water, well, everybody jumped in the water. And the bears went ahead and put 20 handles or so between themselves and the middle band. So I would be very surprised, extremely surprised, if we didn't make new highs, probably today. And then the question becomes, is the 74.5, is it a double top, or are we going to head up to new highs? If history says anything, it's new highs. So the double top crowd is losing steam, because remember, this was supposed to be a double top from here. This was supposed to be a double top. And unless we fade almost immediately, that's not going to be the case. So just be careful trying to trade the last trade or two trades ago. There's no sense in getting all bared up now, because the bears didn't follow through. We had a very bullish day on Friday, and what could be a key day in this market for the next month or so of trading. Because if you zoom out here, you've just got a bunch of higher lows and higher highs. And so, here we are. We put one in here. And why wouldn't we be off to another higher high? You know what's different about this time? Nothing. People want it to be different. They'll say, oh, this time, and one time it will be different. It really will. One day it will be different, and we will crash and go down and do hundreds of handles. It'll feel like 2008 all over again. But I would argue that that's not today. Nor is it this week or this month. But right now, so, your best bet for now is to go with the trend. And the trend continues to be up. And we're just, we're not seeing the kind of blow off top, the kind of event, the kind of distance between the price and 45-day pivot that I like to see that tends to end things. We're only 30 some handles off, and we didn't do any more than about 53 handles at peak price. And I think this eventually is going to take a real serious high. And a real serious high extends, anywhere from 70 to 80 over the 45-day pivot. And we're just not there. And as long as we're there, until we are there, the dip buyers have no fear. Jobs out of the way. There's no DC crisis pending. Yellen's coming in. There's really not much left to get worried about at this point. And maybe that's what brings us down. There's literally nothing to worry about anymore. So, um, but until that happens, what I'll be looking to do this week is if we get a pullback, especially down here to this blue line, down to the 9-day pivot, or perhaps the double pivots today that come in at 57, 59 rather, or the daily pivot to 57. If that holds, I'll be looking to get long this week, and just basically play the trend. And I'll screw around with futures and trade them intraday, long and short, like I always do. But you really need to think about having something long and holding it. And if we're wrong this time, we're wrong. But there's a lot greater chance that we're going to be right than we are wrong. And I would argue that anybody that's scoffing about this thing going higher, you scoffed 1300, 1350, 1400, 1450, 1500, etc., 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 etc. So scoff away. All right, everybody have a fantastic day. Follow us on Twitter at Princeton Trader. Check out the website. Subscribe to the website. Come check out the chat room. Come trade this stuff with us. Don't trade it alone. And I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade them well.